Hi, my name is Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nende and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateza. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Fish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Maltoka and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my drug and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Navua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Raki Raki and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. Tonight, Fiji withdraws from Pacer Plus. Claims of miracle water draws thousands. And solution looms for Fiji PNG trade impasse. Fiji has withdrawn from the Pacific Agreement on Close Economic Relations, or Pacer Plus. Trade Minister Fayaz Koya says the withdrawal is based on a lack of response to critical issues raised during the Pacer Plus negotiations. Rachel Nath reports.
The ongoing issue with Fiji's position on Pacer Plus has officially come to an end. Minister for Trade Fayaz Koya says Fiji will not endorse the Pacer Plus text in the Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting, which was held today at the Federated States of Micronesia.
Fiji and the Pacific Island countries on their part have demonstrated substantial flexibility in the negotiations of Pacer Plus. In fact, Australia and New Zealand have backtracked on their initial commitment of a development-oriented Pacer Plus. The two key aspects of this, that is the labour mobility and development cooperation, are both legally non-binding, which essentially means that Australia and New Zealand can withdraw these arrangements at any time.
The minister says they have been lobbying for development aspects in Pacer Plus from day one, and it has come to a stage where Fiji can no longer be part of the process. He says micro, small and medium businesses are showing promise and should be allowed to grow. However, certain Pacer Plus causes could be a hindrance.
The relevant policy space to be able to provide these industries some leverage to reach their new competitive state. And these industries need room to grow. And therefore the infant industry development clause is crucial for us. This has been one of the Fiji's red line issues, together with the most favoured nation clause, which can Fiji and the rest of the Forum Island countries to provide the same preferences that may in future be negotiated with any other country.
Koya has called on the forum leaders to come forward and support Solomon Islands, who has taken a similar stand as Fiji. Meanwhile, the New Zealand Trade Minister Todd McClay is expected to visit Fiji in the next 2 weeks, and New Zealand media reports that he will be here to discuss the free trade agreement. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
National Federation Party leader Dr. Biman Prasad has strongly disagreed with the decision taken by the government. He says the reasons stated by the Minister for Trade for pulling out of Pacer Plus were not valid.
I agree with Honourable Koya that we need to have a good agreement, but I don't agree with the decision to withdraw from the negotiations. Trade negotiations are always hard and difficult. And I think the reasons that Mr. Koya has provided are actually not too valid, in the sense that when you are a member of a WTO, when you enter into any trade agreement, which probably requires reduction in tariff or other agreements, under the MFN, most favored nation principle, you got to give the same treatment to others. So he's obviously worried about that. But that is not something that you can avoid if you're going to have an agreement.
It's not often that we see or hear of miracles happening right here in our own backyard. In recent days, there have been accounts of just that in Dawasamu Tailevu, where scores of sick people have been drawn to a water source that's said to have healing powers. Roland Koroy visited the site today and files this report.
Known to many now as the miracle water, this tap at Natandrandave village has been flowing non-stop for the past few weeks, with claims of people getting cured of various sicknesses.
The two most common sicknesses that have been cured here are stroke and skin diseases. People have come here in wheelchairs and have walked back home.
At first, I doubted this water until I started seeing what it did. I've seen people suffering from stroke get up and walk. I've seen blind people get their eyesight back. I've also seen mute people talk for the first time after drinking and bathing here.
Villagers say they first found out about the miracle water in March, when a few who had conjunctivitis washed their eyes with the water and were cured instantly.
2 months after he was born, he lost weight and his testicles began swelling. We went to every hospital, but the doctors told us that we had to wait until he was 6 before they could operate. We lost hope, but then we decided to take him to the water and bath him. We did that for just 1 week and he was cured.
It's these types of stories that have attracted people from all walks of life.
My husband had a stroke and we came all the way from Boa yesterday. We believe that we will be cured here today.
Went to bath and take all sickness go away.
My uncle and auntie came to bath here today. They both have gout.
Villagers say they have not made any demands in exchange for the miracle water. Their only request, however, is that the water never be sold, as it would lose its mana. It's barely 9 a.m. and as you can see behind me already, a large crowd has gathered to either have a taste or to bath in what's now known as the miracle water. We've heard stories of blind people seeing, we've heard stories of people with stroke being able to walk again, and many others. Villagers here have not given us a scientific explanation of how this is happening. All they've said is that the water is from God and it is through God's will that people are being healed. For FBC News, Roland Koroy.
The Health and Medical Services Ministry says it won't stop anyone from using the water. Assistant Minister Veena Bhatnagar says people who claim to be healed must still seek professional advice.
If you're sick, please see a doctor. If you want to bathe in that water, fine, it's okay with me. I don't have a problem. I can't be judgmental, like I said before. But please do seek medical advice. Please do seek medical advice, because if you are sick, you need medical attention.
The trade impasse between Fiji and Papua New Guinea is now set for an amicable resolution. Trade Minister Fayaz Koya says a Fiji delegation will meet with their PNG counterparts next week to finalise technical assessments on the trade of canned meat, rice and biscuits. Maggie Boyle reports.
What started as a war of words and possible trade restrictions has now been somewhat quelled. PNG Trade Minister Richard Mare waving a white flag.
Fiji has now agreed to send two officials to come and meet our people here to resolve the issues. So we are waiting on them to confirm when the head of the biosecurity Department of Fiji and the PNG Trade Commissioner from Fiji will be arriving. We're just waiting for the minister to inform us when they're coming.
It's a sentiment shared by Trade Minister Fayaz Koya, who says he welcomes the commitment of PNG to resolve the trade impasse between the countries. Koya added that a technical assessment will be undertaken and discussed to open up trade pathways on certain PNG goods that have yet to be allowed into the country.
Opposition MP and Shadow Trading Minister William Ngavoka called on the government to be vigilant and to show maturity in the management of its relationships with trading partners.
Koya, in response, says that it is disconcerting that the opposition members are making statements to the media without verifying the facts. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, fake doctor fronts court. And university opens its doors. Stay with us.
Galovina guia golosana angito talita kini ana warong ng Bula FM at Golden Point Resort basendo nambando ana here binaka.
Bula binaka na dang kotevita utu ngoi 90
Untuk talita ka wali berwarong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sir.
Nada ko makilesi ko raki NSW ng Bula FM nambang dua na sir.
Hello nga ratu kita ni bertemu andu talita ka na warong mana Bula FM, nambang dua na sir ngo nusu.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. A 52-year-old man who pretended to be a doctor and treated a few patients appeared at the Nasinu Magistrates Court this morning. Pranita Prakash with the details.
Semba Sitiano Bukanikoro is charged with 1 count of use of certain title or description prohibited contrary to the Medical and Dental Practitioners Decree 2010 and 4 counts of obtaining property by deception. It is alleged that between 3rd and 7th of this month, Bukanikoro, being a person not registered on the appropriate registrar, used the relevant term, doctor and surgeon, to describe him or a service that he provided. For 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th counts, he allegedly dishonestly obtained $450 with the intention to permanently deprive the person with the said property. This money was taken from 4 different individuals he had allegedly examined.
Bukanikoro has been allegedly operating the clinic from his home in Nasinu for the last 3 months. He was arrested on Wednesday last week after a patient who came for review became suspicious of his medical treatment.
According to the Fiji Medical Council, this is a serious matter because the so-called doctor allegedly administered cough mixture to people who had heart problems. He has been remanded in custody until the 23rd of this month. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Korea International Cooperation Agency opened its first office in Suva, promising specialized assistance in areas required by Fiji. Agency Country Director Hyun Kim says they intend to work closely with the government and all Fijians. Rachel Nath reports.
The Fiji health sector, climate change and renewable energy will receive assistance from Korean Government Aid Agency.
In health area, we have a new project with the WHO. Health Promoting School is one of the sample project that we are starting up.
The agency has been working with Fiji since 1995 and believe they know which areas need immediate attention. The Assistant Health Minister says they will work closely with them to address specific issues.
We recently submitted actually 6 applications requesting for experts for the 2016-2017 period, which includes climate change and health advisor, anti-microbial resistant technical advisor. We also need some advisors in this sector as well, and procurement and biomedical advisor, public health research advisor, logistics and warehouse management advisor, and technical advisor for cancer control.
Meanwhile, Fiji has been assured of a growing relationship between the two governments.
From the Korea, there are many Korean business to come here to look for business opportunities. Business, the part looking for business cooperation within Fiji and the Korea.
The Korean ambassador to Fiji says a 12-member Korean team will come to Fiji to assist the education sector by providing science and mathematical tutorials at local schools. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
The University of Fiji in Suva opened its doors to the public today to attract more students to a high level of education. Students of various schools around the capital made their way to the institution, allowing them to rethink or decide on their career paths. Kelly Vavala reports.
It's always important to provide opportunities for high school students to decide where and what to study after year 12 and 13.
I'm amazed at just how interested they are, because these are young people who've obviously got a big future in Fiji, or at least we're trying to encourage that, and they're all very interested to see what we offer. And the rest of University of Fiji, most of the programs are in Saweni, and this is the only campus in Suva, Samavula campus, and it's mostly the law school.
The open day at the University of Fiji gives students the opportunity to see university life at first hand and learn about the courses offered. Many students says it was while visiting the institution today that has allowed them to make decisions about their future.
I actually liked it more than going to other institutions. They really told us in-depth information on what we can get from here.
It is more knowledgeable, resources-wise sufficient enough. The courses that are offered here I believe it is something that I was looking for.
In Fiji, it's very good, and I finished my Form 7, then I attend the in Fiji.
The University of Fiji also has campuses in Soweni and Lautoka, offering courses up to postgraduate level. Kelly Vatala, FBC News.
Sports is up next. Here's Jamie with all the very latest.
Rakataki, and good evening. In sports after the break, Serevi yet to decide on whether to apply for coaching job or not. And Fijianas pave way for women's rugby in Fiji. These stories and more coming up.
Namaste, Golden Point Resort. Raki Raki Me. Mirchi FM is garam garam. Mirchi FM is hot.
I'm Sanjay Tabuake. Mirchi FM is hot.
I'm Harshana. I love Mirchi FM. It's hot in Lautoka.
Hi, मैं अविनाशु. मैं लंबासा से बोल रहा हूँ. मैं हमेशा मिर्ची FM सुन रहा हूँ. मिर्ची FM is so hot.
मैं शालिनी देवी from Covert Avenue. जैसे आग खुलती है वैसे मिर्ची FM मुझे मस्त कर देती है. मिर्ची FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Fiji Sevens rugby legend Waisale Serevi, who is currently in the country after the University of the South Pacific invited him over for a seminar, says he hasn't applied for the vacant position of Fiji Sevens coach yet. Meli Tavanga spoke with Serevi last night and filed this report.
There's a slim chance the Sevens maestro could be applying for the Fiji Sevens head coach position.
If given the opportunity, then again, like I said, I'm always looking forward to help and be part of the program, but I don't want to force myself to do stuff. It is a decision.
A man who is considered as one of the greatest Sevens rugby players ever says the job is something he'll think about when he returned to the States.
I knew that the job has been there for people to apply, but there is something that I have to talk about with my family and my business partners.
Serevi was the chief guest of a seminar at USP last night with the theme Rugby Rio and Serevi. More than 300 USP students at the seminar came to a standstill when Serevi took the stage.
Adding value to rugby, from simply a game to be played, but also a platform to showcase your skills, to showcase your talents and values of success.
Students were also motivated by the words of encouragement shared by Waisale Serevi.
Everything that Serevi was going, as he was sharing this evening, really encouraged me about all the characters that I've mentioned earlier.
One thing that he told us was that whenever you become successful in life is to always remember who you are and to be humble.
The Sevens legend returns to the States on Monday. Meli Tawanga, FBC Sports.
Representing Fiji at the Olympic Games has opened doors for many athletes, rather. And tonight, Meli Tavanga talks to one of two Fijiana players who have signed contracts to play rugby in France following the Olympics.
The duo becomes the first two women in Fiji to sign a professional.
I was a bit nervous. I couldn't believe the news because I haven't heard for women to be contacted or dropped for women's rugby to join a club abroad, and I know that I'm opening those contract abroad.
Naingato and Tisolo jets off to France tomorrow. Meli Tavanga, FBC Sports.
The Raiwanga rugby team will seek to end its 11-year drought in the Escort Shield when they clash with favourites Army in the final tomorrow. Raiwanga last featured in the final in 2005 when they won the title. Team manager Salesi Tumberi says Army has a strong team and they would be expecting a very tough game against the boys from Delainambua. Meanwhile, Army captain Chobulisi Rokuiri says they are ready and expect a good match against Raiwanga.
We respect the Army team, so we are trying all the best. For the game tomorrow will be a positive result.
It will be a different story after this game at Albert Park tomorrow. I would like to wish the Raiwanga team and also the Army team will be a great game tomorrow.
Meanwhile, when Raiwanga and Army meet in the Escort Shield final at 3 p.m. tomorrow, they'll be the first teams to play in Suva's newly renovated Albert Park. The Pacific Energy Kanoya Sea Eagles Rugby League side is ready to take on Fiji transfer Namatakula Raiders in the Vodafone Cup quarterfinals tomorrow. The club, which was formed just 5 years ago, hopes to make it all the way to the top this year. Rohit Deo reports.
The heavy underfoot conditions have not dampened the spirits of the Kinoya Sea Eagles.
Boys experience the weather and ground Saturday because mostly this side, the central side, eastern side, is always raining and cold. Yeah, the weather is pretty much a challenge there.
With a mixture of experience and young players, preparations have gone well.
This is the best year for boys coming in from topping a national competition. We also have plenty young blokes coming in for trying to win the spot in the Fiji team.
The Kinoya Sea Eagles won the Premier Division in 2014. They failed to make it out of their pool stages last year. This year, their aim is to go all the way.
I tell the boys, if you want to enjoy this year, make it count. You have to win it, rather than waste it losing it in the quarterfinal or semi-final. But bad thing about it is God gave Namatakula and us both the win. And the thing is, the team that wants it the most wins it.
The match kicks off at 3:30 p.m. at Lawanga Park on Saturday. In other quarterfinals, Namuaniwanga Sea Eagles play Sambeto Roosters at 12:30 p.m. This is Nandera Panthers take on Buranitu Cowboys at 1:40 p.m. while Rabo Rabo Rabbitohs battle the Police Sharks at 2:30 p.m. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
That's it from Sports Tonight. It's back to Jackie now with business.
The four business councils of Fiji, Australia and New Zealand will have a 2016 joint business forum next week. President of the Fiji New Zealand Business Council, Craig Strong, says they are excited about co-hosting the event. He says Fiji is facing unprecedented economic growth, which their members will capitalise on.
The forum structured in a way that we can provide that opportunity, that our members walk away with either a tangible business opportunity and or a very, very good relationship and potential to grow that business.
The 2016 Business Forum will be held at the Pearl Resort in Pacific Harbour next Thursday and Friday. There were overcast conditions with cloudy skies in most parts of the country today. Expect another cool night. Lambasa and Bar were the warmest with 31 degrees, while other centres were in the upper 20s. Suva was the coolest at 25 degrees. For tomorrow, expect a clear sunny day with slight chance of showers by noon. And looking further on to Sunday, sunny skies are expected with a slight chance of showers in the east. At sea, south to southeast winds 20 to 25 knots, rough to very rough seas. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Fiji withdraws from Pacer Plus, claims of miracle water draws thousands, and solution looms for Fiji-PNG trade impasse. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. On to our poll question this week, we are asking, should corporate companies invest more in the Northern Division? To answer, visit our FBC website. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. Good night.
Bula, I'm Dori from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Raki Raki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.